What's up, Nerfers? My name is Jay, and I want to apologize right off the bat. My voice is a little bit wonky. I'm just recovering from a cold. I know I keep coming up with new excuses for not making new content, but I've been very sick the last couple weeks. The semester just ended. College is kicking my ass, but I made it through, and I got some cool stuff done on the side, while college was going on, and I'm just now getting around to filming it and showing you what it's all about. But I wanted to apologize right off the bat for lack of content and for my voice. So there's that. But I wanted to make a video. I can contain it no longer. I have joined the Lipo Master Race. So I'm going to go over the specs for this in a few minutes, but right off the bat, I wanted to thank Bobo Lolo for all of his help. Bobo really, really helped me. I know some stuff about resistance. I know how to solder, but that's about it as far as electronics go. And I usually stay away from doing electronic mods, but my curiosity had been piqued about joining the Lipo Master Race, and here it is. So I wanted to give a huge shout out to Bobo for all of his help, and for this is actually a 3D printed, which way does my name go? 3D printed, I don't know if you can even see my name, there we go. 3D printed battery door cover that actually extends a fair distance out. I'm actually using Lipo batteries that are, hold on, I have one right here. They're this size. They're 2S Lipos, 2-cell. They are Turnkey 500 milliamp 20 to 30 C discharge 0.5 high discharge Lipo batteries. And he told me to get those, and I originally wanted to get those because they fit inside the stock battery tray with everything ground out with this stock battery cover on. So I got those originally, and then he saw how small they were and was like, oh, maybe you should get something bigger. I feel bad. I'm going to send you this battery door. So he had Blastersmiths, which is a United Kingdom company, 3D print this door for me. And this is really, really nice, and I really have to thank Bobo for all this. Okay, so going over all of its specs. The body is a regular old school Rayven. It was green. It was a bitch to paint. Pardon my language, but it was... I actually painted this at school, which is why it's kind of a simple paint job. This is Rust-Oleum ultra flat black camouflage, and then this is ultra flat, sand colored, desert colored, whatever you want to call it, camouflage. They're both Rust-Oleum, and then it's Rust-Oleum matte clear coat to top it all off. And while I was painting this, I was at school painting this, and I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of imperfections on the handle. And I actually had to paint this multiple times because when I applied the clear coat, it would make the ultra flat black bubble for some reason, and it's never done that. I've never seen it do that before. And if anyone knows why that did that, please let me know, because I was very curious about it. So I'm a little disappointed in the quality of the paint job, but this honestly, from a distance, it looks fine. Going over the internal modifications, this is all 16 gauge wire, silicone wire, which is all ordered off of Hobby King. If you haven't heard of Hobby King or haven't checked out Hobby King yet, and you're getting into electronic blasters and that kind of stuff, or if you're into model airplanes and that kind of stuff, Hobby King is the place to go. They are dirt cheap. Like, oh my god. So this is 16 gauge wire, 20 amp rated switch, which is held in place by hot glue. A lot of stuff is being held in place by hot glue inside of this. I did an old mod that I discovered, I think, my sophomore year of college, with the trigger system and the return spring. I took out the stock return spring and I replaced it with a return spring from an old N-Strike Firefly. And I hot glued half of the return spring to about right here, and then drilled a hole through the dart pusher mechanism and threaded the spring through that. And it works. It's a much smoother trigger pull, and it works really well. Other modifications, I had to cut out. I put a lot of work into this, guys. I put weeks of work into this. Cut out here so that Blade 180 motors can fit in here. It's running on a 7.4 volt 2S Lipo, and all resistance things were removed. All resistors, transistors, thermistors, stuff like that. That was all taken out. This is a clean, low resistance circuit, and it is smooth as butter. So I have to say, I'm much more a Springer guy than anything else. I love my main is always my Elite Alpha Trooper, always. But I'm a huge fan of intimidation. The intimidation factor, I believe, plays a huge role in Nerf wars. If you're warring and you look intimidating, people are going to stay away from you. And this especially works for things like humans versus zombies, where zombies aren't going to want to come near you if they, hear you coming a mile away because you sound scary and they don't want to get hit with whatever you've got. So intimidation factor plays a huge, huge part. So with any flywheel blaster, if you're thinking about using it for stealth, you're using the wrong type of blaster. Flywheel is for intimidation, because when these things rev up, oh my god, they're powerful sounding. And this is only 7.4 volts, but this is a freshly charged battery. I'm just going to rev it for you real quick, and then we'll do a firing test. Rev up time is negligible, and it just screams. Oh my god. I'm just in love with this. I can't thank Bobo enough. Bobo, I love you. You are the best. So, I'm going to load up a clip real quick, and then we'll do a firing test. The one con I can really think of with this is, especially with using Blade 180 motors, is that they're longer than stock motors, meaning that you actually have to cut away part of the shell to use them. And I haven't been able to find a 3D printed cover for the Rayven yet, so having this exposed wire and the exposed contact, really not my thing. I don't really like it because I tend to put the blaster down on that side, and one of these days I'm just going to break off a contact, and I'll be very sad. I've got 10 darts loaded up in this 18-round clip, and they're various darts, suction cup, China darts, Koosh darts. I'm just going to fire them off. I've been having a little trouble with the return spring on this. I might have to do some adjustments to it because, as you can see, my rate of fire was fairly slow. So the power out of it is crazy. Like, I wish I had a chronograph, but I don't, so I can't give you readings as far as that goes. But this thing does have some serious power. It kicks some major ass, and I love it. I still have a few kinks to work out, but, I mean, for all the work I put into it, I'm fairly satisfied. So, thank you for watching. As always, I'm really grateful of you guys staying subscribed, watching my videos. I've noticed that my subs have gone up, actually, even though I haven't been producing much content. So, thank you if you're new. Thank you for watching. New stuff is on the way eventually. I don't have a lot of money right now. And speaking of not having a lot of money, my Kickstarter, or GoFundMe, my GoFundMe is still up and running, but I'm going to repurpose it. I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. If you can donate anything, I'm going to repurpose it, use the money I have to get to Missouri this summer for Nation vs. Zombies. If you haven't heard of this yet, guys, it's going to be huge. It's the first ever Nation vs. Zombies. And basically what that is it's an invitational to anyone in America can come to Missouri State University this summer in June for a few days and just have the biggest HVZ ever. So and on top of that, that'll be my very first actual HVZ. So I'm super duper excited, and I really, really, really want to go. And honestly, if you guys help me out with this, you're going to get some amazing, amazing content from me. So as always, thank you for watching. Please, if you have anything you can give, please donate to my GoFundMe campaign. It's still up and running. I'm going to repurpose it. It was for Australia, but now it'll be for Nations vs. Zombies, which I guess is a much more reasonable goal. So, thank you for watching, guys. As always, stay tuned for more content. I will see you later.